Glock 19, suppressed. Beautiful. Hello everybody, welcome to Caution Under Fire. Today we've got a very popular firearm, Glock. This is the Glock 19 Gen 4 in flat dark earth. Originally I owned a 19 in the black polymer instead of the flat dark earth. It was also Gen 4, but I really liked this rarity, so I actually sold that one to my brother and bought this one in its place. It has been chamber checked already, but there, I'll show it to you. We'll lock it back and put our finger in. Yep, clear as a whistle, so good to go. Glocks are renowned for their reliability. They are a good gun overall, and for that reason, everybody, encourages and says, hey, Glocks are great, and you should always have a Glock, and blah, blah. I don't disagree or dispute that point. Glocks are reliable beyond compare. They are essentially the AK-47 of the handgun world. You can put pretty much any ammunition into them and they will function. Likewise, you can also put them in pretty much any situation environmentally and they will function without any problems also. So that's something else to consider. This 19 is probably one of the most popular models due to its versatility. It's a little bit smaller than the 17 by about half an inch to like 3/4 of an inch, both in the grip and in the slide. The magazines for the 19 accommodate 15 rounds. The 17s hold 17, and the 26, which is the subcompact, is 10 rounds, unless you get pinky extensions with capacity addition, kind of an option. Rail systems are nice. You can find lots of holsters for these guys that will also accommodate lights or lasers if you choose to go that route. Features of the Gen 4 that you'll find are different than a Gen 3. It's got a slightly different texturing pattern, as you can see that. It's a lot more positive and it grips a lot better. Also, it's a little bit thinner this way, front to back, for those people who have smaller hands. I think in that regard, it actually was an improvement for me. I didn't like the way Glocks felt until the Gen 4 model. With my short, chubby fingers, this shorter or slimmer frame makes it easier for me to be able to grip it. And as such, I think it works better for me. It's also got an enlarged magazine release. The other one's about half this size or less. And it's also reversible for those of you who are left-handed and want to switch it out. You can do that without any issues or problems. I just realized that the magazine release on this gun is black over the FDE, the flat dark earth. That's kind of funny. I don't know why I didn't notice that before, but that's kind of interesting. Anyway, they still use Tenifer for their finish. Apparently, the original Tenifer was not very environmentally friendly. As such, Glock has changed their methods for making it. It's still essentially the same product, but it does have a slightly different, more gray coloration instead of the black that most of the Tenifers and the older models had. So if that's an issue, I guess you're going to have to deal with it or buy an older model. Now, they still make Gen 3s for those people who are not into the changes. Other changes consist of the Gen 4s come with 3 mags, Gen 3s come with 2. Also, you're going to get a double captivated spring mechanism in here. So basically, on this guide rod, it used to be just a singular spring. Now it's a double spring on here. I'll even take it apart for you. Glocks take apart really easily. It's been chamber checked already, so you pull the trigger, pull back slightly on the slide, and then these tabs here, there's one on the other side as well, just grip and pull down. Slides clean off. There we go, sorry. As you can see, like I said, this is now a double retained spring on that guide rod. On the 40 caliber, the Smith & Wesson 40, you'll notice a lot of reduced recoil with this system. On the 9, there's a little bit, but not a ton. But the Glocks usually carry bracket sights. It's kind of a U-shaped sight in the back, and then a dot on the front. I'm not a huge fan of those. I don't shoot very well with them. I will admit that they are very quick target acquisition for most situations, and if you train with them, get used to using them, there's probably not a problem with them. Personally, I'm still a fan of 3-dot. Also, I got a suppressor, and so I put a suppressor on this from time to time. So I switched out the barrel for a Lone Wolf Distributors barrel. Great deal from Midway USA. And then I also bought the thread protector for it, obviously. Half by 28 for the 9mm suppressor. And I just carry it like this because, quite honestly, it's easier than changing out the barrels all the time. Also, with the Ruger barrels, they're an interesting rifling, if you will. Standard rifling sort of cuts into the sides of the barrel and then spin it through as it pulls through, and that grooves it. So those cuts bite into the bullet and force it to spin. The standard barrel on a Glock is actually flat instead. Instead of having it cut, they just sort of hammer it in such a way that it's got 5 flat edges, so it's kind of pentagonal in a way, and that actually forces the bullet to contour as it spins. And so supposedly that will actually increase your accuracy and the longevity of the barrel. I know Smith & Wesson's also doing that on a lot of their ARs now. For those people who are really into it, that's great. Personally, I haven't had a whole lot of luck with the accuracy of it. I don't shoot very well. This is just a standard rifled barrel, and I shot much better and more accurate with it. And then to accommodate the suppressor, I also got the raised suppressor sights. I think those ones were from Ameriglow. They do very well. They're just regular tritium 3-dot setup, and I hit like a house on fire. It's insane. It's great. Gun overall very functional. I know a lot of people are huge fans of them. These run in the flat dark earth. A lot of places are charging about $20 to $30 more. With minus this, if you just get it in the standard coloration, you're looking around $540 for the Gen 4s and $499 for the Gen 3s, depending on where you go. And that's at the time of this video, which is December 17th, 2012. So, with the impending gun bans that may be coming down the pike, hopefully our government won't take away our God-given rights, but we'll see what happens. You can still pick one of these up for a reasonable price. Obviously, the flat dark earth are going to get harder and harder to get a hold of just because they only make these colorations for a short run. You can't find OD green ones anymore unless you buy them privately, and those are usually really expensive. So, Glock 19, really good gun, shoots very accurately, very durable. I'll run some footage either before or after this video. I don't know how I'll set it up, we'll see, but shoots really great, and I do suggest it for a self-defense, home defense gun in general, just because, like I said, they will fire pretty much anything you put through them in any conditions, and the one thing that they are renowned for is their reliability. So definitely consider a Glock just for that purpose. A lot of people don't like the way they look or feel. Admittedly, they are not the most attractive gun, but they are definitely one of the most functional guns that you'll see on the market. So, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me some. And, yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great one.